Hi there, space explorers! Ever wondered what lies beyond the planets of our solar system? There's a mysterious region that holds the keys to the early formation of our solar system, a place known as the Kuiper Belt. In today's video, we're going to explore this distant frontier. We'll break down its size, distance, fascinating objects, and the spacecraft that dared to travel into the unknown. Ready? Let's dive in. So what exactly is the Kuiper Belt? Well, picture this. After Neptune, our solar system doesn't just end. Instead, there's a vast region filled with icy bodies, dwarf planets, comets, and other small objects. This region is the Kuiper Belt. It starts at around 30 astronomical units, or AUs, from the Sun. That's 30 times the distance between the Earth and the Sun. And it stretches out to about 50 AUs. In other words, it's way out there. So just how far is the Kuiper Belt? Like I mentioned earlier, the Kuiper Belt starts at around 30 AUs, which is roughly 4.5 billion kilometers from the Sun. To put that in perspective, light from the Sun takes just over 8 minutes to reach Earth, but it takes around 4.5 hours to reach the Kuiper Belt, and the belt extends as far as 50 AUs. So at its farthest, it's nearly 7.5 billion kilometers away. And keep in mind, the Kuiper Belt is just the beginning. Beyond that lies the Oort cloud, but that's a topic for another video. The Kuiper Belt forms a sort of boundary, marking the edge of what we consider the classical solar system. Now let's talk about size. The Kuiper Belt is absolutely massive. Its width, from the innermost part to the outer edge, is about 20 astronomical units, or about 3 billion kilometers. To give you an idea, the entire asteroid belt, located between Mars and Jupiter, is only about 1 AU wide. So, while the asteroid belt might be more well-known, the Kuiper Belt is far bigger. And the objects in the Kuiper Belt tend to be icy and small compared to the rockier objects in the asteroid belt. So what's out there in the Kuiper Belt? In a word, ice. The objects in the Kuiper Belt are largely made up of frozen compounds like water, methane, and ammonia. These materials are leftover building blocks from the formation of the solar system, which makes the Kuiper Belt a kind of cosmic time capsule. Most of the objects here are known as trans-Neptunian objects, meaning they orbit beyond Neptune. These objects are frozen relics from the early solar system, giving scientists clues about how planets formed. Some of these objects are also what we call planetary embryos, pieces of material that never quite became planets. The Kuiper Belt is home to some pretty famous objects, including dwarf planets and icy bodies. Let's start with one of the biggest stars of the Kuiper Belt, Pluto. That's right. Pluto, once considered the 9th planet in the solar system, is actually the largest known member of the Kuiper Belt, but it's not alone. There's also Eris, another dwarf planet, which is even more massive than Pluto. Eris orbits even farther away from the Sun, at nearly 100 AUs. In fact, Eris was one of the main reasons Pluto was demoted from planetary status. These dwarf planets are icy worlds that provide a glimpse into the outer reaches of our solar system. Then we have Haumea and Makemake, two other large dwarf planets residing in the Kuiper Belt. Haumea has a unique elongated shape, likely caused by its rapid rotation. Makemake, on the other hand, is another icy world, smaller than Pluto, but still a key player in the belt. Another fascinating feature of the Kuiper Belt is that it's the birthplace of many comets. These icy bodies sometimes get nudged out of their orbits and head towards the inner solar system, where they become the beautiful glowing comets we see from Earth. When a Kuiper Belt object gets close to the Sun, the heat causes its icy surface to vaporize, creating a spectacular tail that stretches millions of kilometers. Some of the comets that pass by us, like Halley's Comet, are believed to originate from this distant region. Now you might be wondering, have we ever visited the Kuiper Belt? The answer is yes. The most famous mission to venture out there is NASA's New Horizons spacecraft. Back in 2015, New Horizons made history by flying by Pluto, capturing stunning images of its surface. This was our first ever close look at Pluto, revealing mountains, plains, and even evidence of geological activity. After its successful Pluto flyby, New Horizons didn't stop there. It continued its journey deeper into the Kuiper Belt. In 2019 it flew by another object, Arrokoth, a small icy body that looks like two lumpy snowballs stuck together. This gave us more clues about the building blocks of the early solar system. The New Horizons mission showed us that the Kuiper Belt isn't just a distant, icy wasteland, it's a dynamic region filled with diverse objects, each holding clues to our solar system's past. So what's next? While New Horizons is still transmitting data, scientists are already looking ahead to future missions. One idea is to send more advanced probes to study the Kuiper Belt in greater detail, possibly landing on some of its dwarf planets or even sending a rover to explore the surfaces of these icy bodies. Another exciting prospect is sending spacecraft equipped with better tools to study the composition of the Kuiper Belt's objects. This would help us understand how these objects have changed, or stayed the same, since the dawn of the solar system. The Kuiper Belt is truly one of the last frontiers of our solar system. It's a region full of mysteries, waiting to be uncovered. From dwarf planets like Pluto and Eris to ancient icy bodies and comets, this belt holds secrets about our cosmic origins. And who knows, maybe one day we'll even send astronauts to explore these distant worlds. But for now, we rely on our robotic explorers, and the discoveries they've already made are just the tip of the iceberg. Or should I say, the tip of the Kuiper Belt. Thanks for joining me on this adventure into the far reaches of space. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future space explorations. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see next. Maybe a deep dive into the Oort cloud or an exploration of the mysterious exoplanets. Until next time, keep looking up at the stars.